Hello, this is the David and Rosemary show. This afternoon we would like to talk about church finances and see if we can demystify for you some of the things and the documents you see and we discuss. So this will be one of maybe 2 or 3 videos, and today we will just simply talk about basic accounts, profit and loss or income and expenditure, and balance sheet, and I will wrap up talking about budget. So I'll pass over to Rosemary.
So to give you an analogy, I'm sure you all understand about money that you personally receive in your own household income and what you spend. You receive money from 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 or 4 different sources, and then you spend it on different things that you require, like household expenses, food, clothing, holidays maybe, shoes. So the church is no different. We have income from a number of sources: congregational giving, interest received, money that we have applied to different places for, and rental from our use of our premises. We also have expenditure, and again we have expenditure on things that are familiar to you: power, electricity, gas, water, rates. But we also spend money on salaries, stipend, and we have an affiliation fee to PCA&Z and Northern Presbytery. You know and understand that you can only spend the money that you have received. And if you have to spend more than you've received, you're going to be having to dip into your savings. The church is absolutely no different to that. We have some savings, and we are able to draw on some of the savings that we have, and we ensure that we work within the provisions of our budget. And David will be talking about budget later. So we present to the congregation on an annual basis a report on our income and our expenditure and our reserves. The income and expenditure comes in a report that is showing very clearly what we receive and what we have spent. And then our reserves are shown on what's known as the balance sheet. And that shows what we have in the bank, what we have as assets, so the buildings, there is a value placed on the buildings, and also some of the equipment that we have. And then there is the liabilities. Those are the typically if we owe money to people. So we are left with a difference at the end of the year, and it depends on how we've been able to conserve our funds, how we've managed each year as to whether we have a surplus or a loss. And that is reflected both in the profit and loss and transferred to the balance sheet. I'll pass to David to talk about budget.
Thank you, Rosemary. Every year before the beginning of the next financial year, we prepare a budget. And this is our best estimate of the income and the expenditure that we will have in the coming year. It is only a budget, but it is a roadmap for us. And we try to stay within the budget. So when we draw up the budget, we are trying to balance our books, so to speak, not to show a big loss, but neither are we trying to make a profit. So it's drawn up with that in mind, And then as we go through the year, we look at our income and our expenditure against our budget to measure how we are going. Without this roadmap, if we start spending money, we have no idea whether we're overspending or underspending. So the budget is a very important instrument to us. If at the end of the year we have spent more than our income, then that's where our reserves come in, and we have to draw down that difference in order to balance out the finances at the end of the year. So in presenting this to you, we've tried to give you a basic outline of the two documents that you see, the income and expenditure document and the balance sheet. And if we spend more than we have income for, then this is where the reserves come in, and we have to draw down on our reserves in order to maintain our operation and keep moving forward. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next video.